Hi and welcome to the review of the Muru Witjara trail. My name is Chris Rishworth and I'm just going to be going over some of the features. It's a full titanium fat bike. It's a medium frame weighing 1.8 kilograms. It's got titanium forks also. Titanium is corrosion resistant, doesn't rust. It's lightweight, does flex a little bit. Muru meaning path in Aboriginal. Witjara is a national park just outside Alice Springs. A 1042 back cassette, which works really well. You're having the 42, 26 oval race face chainring with the race face turbine cranks. Some black spire pedals. I've got a Hope head stem. I've got the Chris King threadless headset. You can actually access the bearings without taking the bearings out to clean them, just by taking the seal off, which I've done. I'm running a Sun Dynamo front 28 hub, which I use to power my Bush and Muller 100 Lux light, which I'm also going to have another work, which I can then charge other devices there. I've got a chain at the moment that's stainless steel 11 speed. The Connex Connect one with the link here, the German manufacturer, really good chain. It's a titanium seat post. I've put touring handlebars because I prefer an upright position for riding. Grip shift, 11 speed grip shift, SRAM. I'm running XTR Shimano hydraulic disc brakes. I've also got the Blackburn large cage mounts, so I can actually put 2 litres on each side here of water. I'm going to put another one under here so I can get another litre there and one there, so I'll have 2 litres. So all up I'll have 8 litres on the bottles for water. The race face oval ring, for those who haven't had one, this is my first one. As you pedal, as you do your pedal stroke, you don't really put the power through a whole circular motion. You have a higher torque at certain points when you're doing the rotation, and this is designed for the torque when you're pushing more pressure on it to maximize that, and it works really efficiently. I don't even notice that it's the oval ring, I just notice it's very efficient and it feels good. So highly recommend that. The oval race face ring, very good. The race face turbine cranks are also quite good. All one Allen key. You have an 8mm Allen key there to undo it, and then you have another insert that makes it a 16mm Allen key to undo it, or hex key if you want to call them hex keys. I'm running an Axiom Fatliner backpack rack, which is rated to 50 kilograms. Fat bike's got a Hope Pro 4 back hub. With all the riding I did at Fraser Island, it was a little bit dark inside and the black and stuff like that, but it was running perfectly, and I hadn't serviced it almost in a year, so that's pretty amazing. Maxxis tyres at the moment with a 120 TPI tread. I had the Jumbo Jim. They roll better for sure on the sand and stuff like that, so if I'm doing sand riding I'll go back to the Jumbo Jims for sure, but at the moment I'll probably be doing more bitumen riding and just hard trail packed riding. The Witjara trail is designed for long days in the saddle. It takes out the bumps pretty well over corrugations, and having the fat tyres that are 4 inches tyres, you can deflate them a little bit for corrugations, and having a little bit of the offset on the steering here on the forks helps to dampen the ruts really well. It really does, compared to my other old Koga that used to, I don't know, vibrate the so-and-so out of you. Which, don't get me wrong, the old bike was good, but this is better for what it's designed for. I've also got some profile designed bottle cages which flex out, and you can put a litre in each one of them quite easy. But as I said, I will change to the Blackburn for under here when I've got the money, and from there. These are quite expensive at $35 each, so gotta have a bit of money for them. The rims, DT Swiss BR710, pretty good, nice and lightweight, quite rigid construction, can take up to 130 kilograms. Blackburn Outpost fat rack, which also can go on the back and extends in the middle section here. These sections here just go as wide as you need to go, up to 5 inches. And also can go on a 29-inch bike, or even down to a normal 26-inch bike if you like. So it's very adjustable, this pack rack. I've also originally had this part here as a titanium custom made pack rack that came with it, so I've got that attached to there, which worked out nicely. I'm running the Bush and Muller IQ X Lite 100 lux, which I tested the other night. Really good, running off the front dynamo hub, which I'm running the Sun 28 6 volt 3 watts. I arrow dyed all my connections on, so that's tape, but then I arrow dyed all the bits together to make sure it's waterproof and strong. Running an SRAM 11-speed back derailleur. The back cassette is a 1042. Custom made fenders on. Changed saddles. I wasn't quite sure about this saddle, but I got it for $100 online. It's the SMP Cell Martin Touring. It's designed on your body, if you read that there. It's got a gap in the middle, so it fits the body better. It's quite large and that, and I found this saddle to be quite comfortable. I was surprised. I've never ridden with a large saddle because I was a bit concerned it'd be too squashy, but once I've got used to it, it's really nice. Bit strange to start with though. The Shimano XTR brakes with the grip shift 11 speed. Works out well. A little bit complicated fitting my attachments here on the touring bars, but it's worked out. There's not much room to spare, but it's worked. It was a little bit technically challenging getting all that to work, but it's good, working now. Got a quad lock mounting system for a phone. Highly recommend it. It's really good, stable, and your phone doesn't bounce around with it. On the Muru Witjara trail, there's lots of attachments to put bottle cages and stuff like that on. 3 holes here to put a nice strong bottle cage there. Then you have another 3 attachments here underneath. It's also good. Another 2 here. Another 2 here. And another 2 on top. Another 2 there. So that's a lot of attachment point. Running the Mammoth 120 TPI at 4 inches. My tyres, I've got some Tuffy inserts on the inside of the wall of the tyre, which are meant to stop glass and fawns and bindy eyes. Then I've got a tube, and then I've got sealant inside of that. With all that protection, hopefully I won't get punctures. I've got them at 30 PSI at the moment because I'm doing highway riding. And because they are such volume, it does take a lot of time to deflate and inflate fat tyres, that's for sure, especially when you're carrying a lightweight pump. These tyres can go from 8 to 30 PSI. Is the new attachments I've got for the extra wheel trailer, the Mate extra wheel trailer, which I'm going to have a single wheel trailer now, a fat bike version with a 4-inch tyre and then up to a 5-inch tyre when I'm in the desert tracks. This was a little bit complicated because I had to change my rocker hanger, because the rocker hanger that originally came with this bike was a 1mm thread through M12, but this one is a 1.5 pitch thread on an M12, and I had to go to Paragon Machine Works in the US and order that. It was only about $13, but the freight was $80, so not cheapest to get that, but anyway, so eventually I did that. And then I also found extra wheel trailer, they didn't have the right connection for that setup, so then I had to go to the Robert Axle Project in America and get an axle from them to fit, and then I had to order these M10 nuts bits at the end from the extra wheel trailer. So it's been a little bit complicated setting up for the extra wheel trailer, but hopefully it'll be going when I get back very shortly. Flexes a little bit, but not much, just takes out the bumps. I was worried at first with the pack racks it was going to flex too much, but nah, it's not a problem whatsoever. It's really good riding, and especially in the corrugations where I'm heading out into the outback. Muru Witjara trail, highly recommend. I've had to pull the bike apart, almost all of it, and that way I'll sort of understand it, and it's once you pull it apart you sort of know your bike a lot better. So all in all, I really do like the Witjara trail. It's a little bit slower on the bitumen road, of course, than the other bikes, but when you're riding on the outback in the rough roads, it's just so much fun to ride this bike. It really is.